Hi, I'm David, and I'm back again with Magic ManaStrike. I'm fresh off of filming Koth Day 4, so I'm pretty sure I will call this Koth Day 5, but it's not exactly that. And there are 3 reasons why I wanted to film my next video right now. The first is that I was doing really well, so go ahead and watch that video first. The second is that I have the time right now, so why not? But you will also notice that I'm not earning any booster rewards because I've already completed those. And the third, and probably most important, is that I am only 1 win away from rank 8. Now, as a reminder, your rank, which is determined by the number of stars that you have, so rank 8 starts at 2200 and above stars. Your rank determines how much health your guardians and sub-guardians have, and it determines the level of your planeswalker. Normal cards can be leveled up by obtaining multiple copies of them and spending gold to upgrade the card, but the planeswalker can only be leveled up by increasing in rank. And a level up of a planeswalker increases its HP and attack, just like upgrading a normal card increases its HP and attack. So let's try to get it in 1. At my rank, I have found that I'm typically losing 25 stars for a loss and gaining 25 stars for a win. There is a little bit of variance, so I'm unsure exactly how the stars are calculated. But if I don't win 1 right away, it would have to be 1 loss and 2 wins. Okay, this is actually the first Tezzeret that I've played today. Presumably, he's going to be playing Ethersquall Ancient and Reaver Demon, so I want to be saving my ranged units for that. Let's send in an aggressive start right away. He is, in fact, Reaver Demon at the very least. He uses his Tezzeret, and that's a new card, the Crows. So I'm going to try to use the Dragon for the Planeswalker and Koth for the Reaver Demon. It looks like Koth is handling the Reaver Demon pretty well. And there's the Ethersquall Ancient. So I'm a little surprised at his tactic. Oh, Koth did not handle the Reaver Demon. Koth died. The Ethersquall Ancient just has so much health that look how long it took for 2 air units and my tower all attacking the Ethersquall Ancient just to kill it. So there is his second Tezzeret. It doesn't look like he's trying to Reaver Demon anything right now. So I have no use for the Hadron Scouts in this matchup. If you watch my last video, I took out Clockwork Beetle and put in the Hadron Scouts. And the major difference is that the Hadron Scouts are not flying. So they cannot attack air units like Ethersquall Ancient or the Reaver Demon. Alright, I definitely want to stop Koth before he gets too deep into my territory so that he can't surprise me with specifically the Ethersquall Ancient again. I will Goblin Artillery the top row. I'll also send in a Koth. Now, sending in Koth might be a mistake. I am going to put in a Hellrider as well. Use Koth's ability before he dies. Okay, so right there is the Ethersquall Ancient and Reaver Demon. Let's play a Koth. Let's play a Buccaneer. And unfortunately, I did lose the tower to that. But with the Goblin Artillery placement here, it's going to take out that tower, so I had to use a whole 7 mana Shivan Dragon to take out the Reaver Demon there, and it does look like I might be in some trouble. In the top row, because he has yet another Ethersquall Reaver Demon combo. Okay, so I did lose the upper tower. There it was very, very little that I could do about Ether Squall Reaver Demon. So instead, I'm going to try to protect Koth at all costs. Well, okay, with Circle of Pain, that's not happening very well. Unfortunately, he has, I believe, both of his Planeswalkers left. From both the 2 Sub-Guardians that he just killed. So I don't think my chances are looking terribly good right now, which is why I'm sending in the... Oh, I think I dropped my Phoenix right into a Circle of Pain. I didn't realize that at all. That's my bad. So since the match is going to end soon, I'm really just trying to stall it out right now. Okay, so I was able to wait out the whole minute of sudden death to not lose. A draw was quite unexpected. I know at the beginning of the video I said I would probably win one or have to lose one, win two, but a draw was very much not what I expected. As far as defending against Ether Squall Reaver Demon goes, I think that was one of my best games. Also, he sort of split up his initial Ether Squall Reaver Demon combo, and that was because I pressured him. So we're facing another Tezzeret. That was because I pressured him with the Goblin Artillery Hellrider play. He was forced to, so let's just do that right away. Again. And from here, I want to save my mana so that I can respond to all of this that just happened. Probably Koth. He should be able to handle all that. I will Hadron Scouts there to deal with the Ninja of the Deep Hours. They dealt with him pretty quickly. And Hellrider should be up. So I'm a little surprised that Haunted Guardian is so strong here that he's fully contesting my Koth. But come on, let's get the Hellrider. Nice. So hopefully the tower will attack Hellrider right now. I know I'm taking some damage on my upper tower. I'm going to save my Koth here for his eventual push, but it looks like I have enough damage on the lower tower that one deployment of the Goblin Artillery will take it out. So right now I'm just trying to wait out the game. Oh, he's actually playing the Flying Vampire creature. Definitely not what I was expecting. Let's try to get the Hadron Scouts and the AoE guy here. He was waiting for me to use the Hadron Scouts because now I don't have a response to his Ninja of the Deep Hours except Koth. So that was really not what I wanted to use Koth for. And to cycle is why I played the Hellrider there. Koth is going to take a lot of damage from this tower, or this creature, unless I use his ability, so... hopefully the Hadron Scouts can take out Tezzeret. Yep. In general, I don't think it was worth Tezzeret's hero ability, his Planeswalker ability for that. But clearly Tezzeret died, so it would have been. Once again, I'm trying to cycle through my deck to get back to the Hadron Scouts so that I can put them down in response to the Ninja. Because I have to cycle so rapidly, I have not played the Shivan Dragon much this game. I actually have to play it now. There's just too much over there, which is presumably part of the point of his deck, is to try to overwhelm me right now with a push all the way to the tower. So I'm not playing my aggressive units, just playing my defensive units. And actually, hopefully you saw, but I misdropped Koth. in the bottom lane. And there's the Hell Rider was misplayed as well. So, come on, Goblin Artillery, get that last bullet in there. Okay. Ooh. I very nearly lost that game because of both misplays. I don't really know what to do about that. I'm still unsure if it's my phone or, my stylus. I'm using the stylus to avoid my finger, tracking finger marks all over the phone, but that should not take away from the fact that I just got up to rank 8. So as it says here, Planeswalker and Guardian levels will increase. Looks like my background changed too. That's a pretty neat feature. They're going to try to have me buy stuff by offering me a package. Make sure to claim this booster. See what we get here. Shock, which again I'm not using right now, but good to have to upgrade. Okay, Stormfleet Swashbuckler. I think I call it the Buccaneer sometimes. It's really hard to remember his full name. These cards come from Paper Magic cards, so the Paper Magic gets the nice, fancy, complicated names, such that no card is named, duplicated, and stuff like that. So I try to abbreviate by calling him the Swashbuckler if I get it right, or I guess you'll hear me call him the Buccaneer. I did get enough cards to upgrade the Fire Shrine Keeper, so I will level it up. You see it got a couple hundred HP and only a few points of attack, but still worth it because I will continue to play. And since I'm using the card, I'd rather have it powered up than not, but gold management is key to being free to play. You don't want to spread yourself too thin by having too many competitive decks and trying to upgrade cards on all of them. So focusing in on one, like I am here with Koth, I am really committing to learning the ins and outs of Koth, what I can do with Koth, and trying to make a competitive deck with him, which it doesn't seem like many of my opponents are doing. Alright. As I think we've learned pretty clearly from Tezzeret, I need to pressure him early on this bottom row. And then not respond to his response. Let him try to struggle and deal with the things that I'm putting down. Okay, so he did invoke his Planeswalker and use the Planeswalker skill, which is the Gravity Sphere. I'm going to try... I hope that Swashbuckler and Phoenix here can deal with the other Squall. I'm going to use Koth's ability to get him more power. So hopefully he can take down these flyers. So one of the great things about Koth right now is that his his normal attack AoE ability does damage flying creatures. Miraculously, we stunned Tezzeret with the Hellrider leap. So Koth had time to walk all the way there. He is re-redeeming, which means he's probably going to Ether Squall Ancient. And the way that I handled that last time was a Swashbuckler. Use Koth's ability before he dies. Oof, looks like he didn't even have to Ether Squall for the Reaver to take out my tower. That's how powerful that fully sacrificed Reaver Demon is. I'm just going to have to rely on my main Guardian to deal with that. And from here, it's defense. Using Koth's ability so that he doesn't die. I will... I don't think I play the Shimon Dragon in this matchup. It's just not effective enough. So I'll play the Hadron Scouts to cycle them, but actually I have to play the Dragon. I don't have any more Koth. The way that I have handled that previously is with Koth, but I have clearly used all my Koths. So right now I'm just trying to get to the tower. So Hadron Scouts are the cheapest option here. The Goblin Artillery should and did send in enough chip damage to kill it, so I am going to just completely ignore that upper push. Try to send in my ranged units, and hopefully they are moving faster than his units are. Another Goblin Artillery. Use Koth's ability to try to increase his damage output, but it doesn't look like I'm outpacing my opponent here. But there was really no way that I would ever have the resources to take out another Aether Squall Reaver Demon. Wow, that was... I think if we look at the replay, I had a lot of damage on his tower, but he, I believe, Circle of Pain and maybe... It looked like he had another Tezzeret to defend, which I was a little surprised about. With that loss, I do fall back down to 7, so we might be ping-ponging, but at the very least, I did peak over rank 8, which is what I wanted to accomplish. So, it's Garrick, who has access to the very strong black cards, but we went draw, win, loss against Tezzeret, which is very fair when Tezzeret is the top deck of the meta right now. I'm going to play the Hell Rider because I didn't have much else to do. Hell Rider was pretty effective there against the Skull Catapult. I mean, he only played the Skull Catapult to defend, but... Alright, I'm going to play the Swashbuckler to deal with the bird. And when I say deal with, the bird isn't particularly strong. It's not something that has to be dealt with, but I will take out these two walkers with Koth. Good choice, I think, because he sent in more ground units. Let's increase his ability because now this guy is kind of committed to killing my Koth here, and the Swashbuckler should send arrows in that damage both the Skull Catapult and the Giant Spider, but he might have gotten distracted by some of these little summons. I don't really know what those are from. Are they a black card or a green card? Okay, so the Hadron Scouts here are going to be really clutch against the Vengevine. I thought he would place Vengevine behind the tower. That's why I put the Hadron Scouts where I did, but so the Giant Spider gets to deal extra damage to flying units, so I didn't want to answer it with a Phoenix. That would have been better for him. So this Skull Catapult is being really annoying. Luckily, with multiple units there, I could take it out pretty quickly, but I probably need to stop playing a Hell Rider. Right now, I do have to send in a Phoenix against the Giant Spider, which is not my favorite, but with the Hadron Scouts, no, he's still got to attack. So, that's really frustrating. I dragged Koth all the way to the top, but he got dropped right next to my bottom tower, so more and more I'm thinking that's some kind of bug where maybe if I pull the stylus off screen, it just chooses the bottom, like adjacent to the bottom tower for a unit's placement, but hopefully this push in the top row can take out the Sub-Guardian, which it did. Because now all I have to do is defend. And I was very, very heavily defending earlier. He does have Circle of Pain. I don't think he's used it too much this game, which was probably a mistake. Circle of Pain is quite effective against this deck. I mean, I've said it before, but it's because Koth moves so slowly, and some of the other units move slowly as well. Circle of Pain can do real work by chip damaging the tower and also cutting away at my Planeswalker health. So with that win, we move back up to rank 8. Because the rewards are one-time rewards, I don't specifically get anything, but now my guys, my Sub-Guardians and Planeswalker received their rank 8 upgrade again. To be clear, I lost those extra health points when I dropped down to rank 7. So, I mean, I have them back. It's just determined by whatever your current rank is, not your best rank. So we're playing a Vraska. Just like Garruk, she is black and green, but her Planeswalker ability is slightly different. Garruk summons beasts. Upon death, Vraska emits a poison cloud. So Shivan Dragon is a pretty poor answer to the Hornet Nest. Hornet Nest is a 3-cost building that sends out these hornets. So Shivan Dragon is slow and expensive and all that stuff, but look at this. I'm not, like, I haven't had a need to play anything else in this time, so that makes it worth it. I will annoy him with the Goblin Artillery in the bottom row because he seems to have committed pretty heavily to the top row. Not pretty heavily. I shouldn't go there, but he put a lot of resources into the top row. So these Hadron Scouts have been really clutch today. You see they're just nipping away at that ground unit. Oh, those little purple guys, they spawn from the Skull Catapult's bombs. When the Skull Catapult bomb explodes, it contains one of those guys. So they're probably like goblins or skeletons or something thematically. Okay, so here's something that's going to be interesting. If you've seen the top row, the Phoenix just popped out of its egg. So that doesn't often happen, but it is an effect where when the Phoenix dies, it becomes an egg that ground units can attack. And, okay, I'm going to use the Hadron Scouts thing again, which should kill this little green ranged guy. I think that's the new card, which I don't really know its name yet. So the Phoenix can get extra value if it's killed, but the egg isn't killed as well. I'm going to place the Goblin Artillery as soon as the Skull Catapult is dead, which should be right now. All I expect from the Goblin Artillery is chip damage to the tower. Okay, whoops, I messed up. I didn't pay enough attention to the top lane. I was too focused on my stuff going on in the bottom lane. So luckily I have a Fire Shrine Keeper ready. But what I really, really need right now is to take out this bottom tower before the game ends. So Koth is up there for defense, which means I use his ability right away. I have not actually succeeded in taking out the bottom tower right now, so Goblin Artillery isn't enough. I need Hellrider. That's the only thing that will do enough damage in this time. And unfortunately, with the Hornet's Nest and the Skull Catapult, since he has 2 other buildings to play to distract my Hellrider, it could not damage the Sub-Guardian enough in time. So I will rank down again. Like I said, it turns out that I'm going to be ping-ponging up and down around rank 8. But, I mean, the only way to advance is to win more games than you lose. So I think I lost 24 in that match. So, again, it's pretty unclear exactly how many stars you lose per match. I'm facing Chandra this time. Haven't seen a Chandra in a while, but she's another pure red deck. So, in general, I want to be responsive, but I had the Hadron Scouts and the Swashbuckler in my opening hand, so that didn't leave me with many responsive options. Okay, so the Swashbuckler should be able to send an arrow through both the Haunted Guardian and the Inferno Giant there, which is why I put it in a line in such a way that that happened. It didn't do as much damage to the Inferno Giant as I would have liked. And that's because the Haunted Guardian died too quickly, I think. Alright, I'm playing Koth because he played his Planeswalker on the bottom row too. Koth's about to die, so I'm going to use his ability to reduce the damage that he's taking. Look at that, he survived a Ratchet Bomb because of that Planeswalker ability. Oh, ooh, that's my bad. I thought that Goblin Artillery was the Hadron Scouts, so... Alright, I have to play Koth. I have nothing else to do. So, I'm waiting for the Hellrider, and now that I've played the Hellrider, I'm not going to do pretty much anything until ManaStrike. Yeah, I was considering cycling my Goblin Artillery. Good thing I waited because I defeated the tower without needing to do that. But now I'm going to probably play the Shivan Dragon when I get up to 10. Not in the bottom row. I've lost the bottom row. So Shivan Dragon in the top row. And then I also have to respond to this Chandra stuff happening in the top row. So my goal right now is to respond to what's happening in the top row and use this push that was just generated to take out the tower. It looks like my counter push wasn't particularly successful, but I'm unsure how many Chandras he has left. Shivan Dragon was really bad. I should have played the Hadron Scouts first. Okay, I'm really relying on my Goblin Artillery here, but it looks like they were destroyed by the Electrostatic Pummeler. So Hadron Scouts, he's very specifically ratchet bombing my Hadron Scouts. I'm kind of unclear as to why. I haven't noticed them doing much anyway, but I mean, I won, so I just won the game. I've talked about this before, but I personally think that Koth is superior than Chandra in the mirror matchup. I mean, since they're different Planeswalkers, it's not exactly a mirror matchup, but in the red versus red matchup, I think Koth is superior. Because as a Planeswalker, he does AoE damage to both air and ground units, and also his Planeswalker ability decreases the damage he takes, increases the damage he outputs, which lets him be a very strong defensive option, especially with the Shivan Dragon and the new Fire Shrine Keeper and the Hadron Scouts that I'm using right now. Those all make my defensive options very good. Clearly, I lost a tower. I couldn't respond to everything that was happening, but in the end, I slowly built up a defensive team that pushed down the lane as a group, and they each individually attacked the tower a little bit and took it down. Whereas with Chandra, since she is so aggressive, you play other very aggressive units with her, and then you don't have much to defend very well. And he had just played out his Haunted Guardian and Electrostatic Pummeler, which I defeated, and then those were out of rotation, so he didn't have them when my units were actually getting towards the tower. So that's why I think that Koth should generally beat Chandra in a Koth v Chandra type of match. So I'm back up to rank 8. I think that's where I'll end it for today. Games have been fairly matched, which makes sense given that I have won some, lost some. Tezzeret was a pretty evident opponent, but clearly this deck can handle at least rank 8 Tezzeret players. Now, I'm not top 200 yet, so Maybe more skilled players can either take Tezzeret and crush this deck, or possibly take this deck and more consistently defeat Tezzeret. But that's yet to be seen, and I will film and post part 6 of my Koth gameplay in a couple days. So thank you for watching, and please consider subscribing.